You're born into darkness, not metaphorically, literally. You can't see, you can't walk, and your ears don't even work yet. You're basically a screaming meatball with legs. But that's not the worst part. The worst part? You're not alone. You're surrounded by your siblings. And they want you dead. Because here, being born isn't a celebration. It's the start of a brawl. From the moment you exit the womb, you're tossed into a biological cage match with your own brothers and sisters. Why? Because hyenas are built different. Specifically, female hyenas are built to dominate, and they've passed that little habit on to their babies. So congratulations, you're in your first fight before your eyes even open. Still blind, still useless, but now bleeding. That scratch on your face, courtesy of your sister. She got to your throat first. She always does. See, in hyena society, the firstborn, usually female, comes out angry, wired for war, and ready to establish dominance. No warm cuddles, no sharing milk. It's all sharp teeth and elbows in the dark. If you're weaker, you die. If you're not fast enough, you starve. And if by some miracle you survive the first week, congratulations. Now you get to crawl out into the world, the outside world, where things somehow get even worse. Your mother, despite birthing you in a literal battleground, is a high-ranking female. That means she has priorities, like eating first, and headbutting lower-ranking mothers. Protecting you? Not at the top of her list. So when you crawl out of the den, fur-matted, ribs showing, still tasting your sister's ear in your mouth, you're greeted by a gang of hungry uncles and a savannah full of things that see you as lunch. Being a baby hyena isn't just hard. It's practically a death wish wrapped in fur. So, you made it out of the den. Barely. Congrats. Now you're in the open plains, where the air smells like dirt, blood, and anxiety. You don't walk. You wobble. You don't run. You trip over your own legs while something with stripes in the distance debates whether you're worth chasing. Spoiler, you are. As a baby hyena, your defense system includes crying. That's it. Cry loud enough, and maybe your mom hears you and decides you're worth the energy to defend. Maybe. She's probably busy tearing into a zebra carcass or yelling at a lower-ranking female just for existing. But hey, it's not all bad. At least you have siblings. Oh wait, never mind. You bit one too hard last night and now she avoids eye contact. Even your own gang doesn't like you. And when night falls, everything changes. That's when the lions show up. Lions hate hyenas. They don't even want to eat you. They just want you gone. You're not food. You're competition. And you don't even know what that word means yet. Still think being a hyena is cool? If you're loving the pain, chaos, and cold-blooded comedy of nature, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Or risk being eaten by your own sibling. Your choice. By now, you've figured out two things. 1, everyone wants to kill you. And 2, your own family might beat them to it. But survival doesn't just mean dodging claws and teeth. It means understanding the brutal politics of hyena society. You're born into a matriarchy, which means every female outranks every male, even if she's younger. And your mom? She's at the top. That should be good news. But here's the twist. High rank comes with high expectations. If you mess up, she doesn't pull you aside for a heart-to-heart. She growls, shoves, and sometimes lets you learn the hard way, like getting tackled by an older cousin just for sniffing the wrong leg. You learn quickly that eye contact is dangerous, stealing meat is suicide, and acting cute gets you trampled. And when you finally start eating solid food, it's not from a bowl, it's from a half-rotten wildebeest ribcage that 6 other pups are already chewing on. If you want a bite, you better growl like you mean it. Or fake it so well that they believe you might snap. Because in the hyena world, pretending you're tougher than you are might be the only way you live long enough to become it. Now you're 3 months old and finally fast enough to outrun your own shadow. Doesn't mean much when that shadow belongs to a leopard. Because yes, even though you're part of a so-called fearless predator gang, you're still on everyone's menu. Lions hate you. Leopards ambush you. Even birds of prey circle above like death with feathers. But let's say you make it past all that. Past starvation, sibling beatdowns, and surprise crocodile attacks during your first drink of water. Then comes your first lesson in teamwork. See, hyenas don't hunt alone. They work as a mob, surrounding prey and taking it down through sheer chaos. Only problem? You don't know what you're doing. Your job is to run in, scream loud, maybe fake a bite, and then run away before an antelope hoof rearranges your skull. And if you fail, no one's helping you. Hyena training is 100% sink or swim. Actually, no, it's bite or be forgotten. So you start copying the older ones, mimicking their snarls, joining their brawls, and biting tails just to prove you exist. You're not a predator yet. You're just a loud, hungry mess pretending to be one. But in the hyena world, pretending is half the battle. Eventually, you stop pretending. You get your first real kill, sort of. Technically, you just distracted a baby gazelle long enough for your older cousin to tear it in half. But whatever, you licked the bone. It counts. Still, there's no celebration, no medals, not even a nap. Because in hyena society, victory doesn't earn you praise. It just raises the bar. From now on, you're expected to keep up, stay sharp, fight harder, fall behind once, and you're food. And while you're busy trying to prove you belong, your body is changing. Your teeth are sharper, your fur's thicker, and your laugh, yeah, that infamous hyena laugh, it's real now. But here's the joke. It's not funny. It's not even a laugh. It's a stress response, a warning, a way to say, back off, when your mouth is too full of meat to growl. So yeah, your voice literally evolved to scream while chewing. Efficient. Oh, and remember your sister? The one who scratched your face on day one? She's still here, bigger now, meaner, and still ranking above you. One day you might challenge her, but today, you hand over your food when she snarls. Because family means hierarchy. And in this family, being born second might as well mean being born invisible. By now, you're about 6 months old, which in hyena terms means you're basically a reckless teenager with a hunger problem. You're not a cub anymore, but you're not fully respected either. You're in that awkward phase where everyone expects you to act like an adult, but still treats you like leftovers. You tag along on hunts, but you're not trusted to lead. You growl during meals, but get shoved aside anyway. You laugh louder than anyone, hoping it masks the fact that deep down, you're still scared of the dark, and the things hiding in it. And then comes the day you finally challenge someone. Maybe it's a younger sibling, maybe a low-ranking male who looked at you the wrong way. You pounce, you bite, you dominate, and for a few seconds, you feel it. Power. It's not much, but it's yours. Too bad it doesn't last. Because the moment your sister walks by, you shrink back down, tail tucked, pretending you were just playing. You weren't, but you're not ready for that fight. Not yet. In this world, dominance is everything, and you're still climbing. So you keep training, keep faking, keep biting just a little harder every day, because the only way to survive in a clan of backstabbers is to become better at stabbing backs. A year has passed. You've grown into your body, your teeth finally fit your skull, and your instincts no longer betray you. You're faster, louder, and meaner. You don't just scavenge anymore, you steal, and not from scraps, from lions. Yes, lions, the species that used to terrify you. Now watch their backs when your clan rolls in. You don't outrun them, you outnumber them. And if numbers fail, you bite, scream, and pray the others back you up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Hyena loyalty is conditional. It lasts exactly as long as the meat does. But even now, even after surviving the gauntlet of childhood, you're never safe. Not from predators, not from hunger, and definitely not from your own kind. Remember that hierarchy? It doesn't go away. Every day is a performance. You laugh louder, snarl deeper, and eat faster than the rest. Or you get shoved back down the ladder. And the worst part? The moment you slip, the moment you show weakness, even for a second, someone else will take your place. No apologies, no second chances. Just a growl, a lunge, and a reminder that in hyena society, you're only as important as the fear you can inspire. At this point, you're no longer prey. You're the problem. You move with confidence, ears forward, tail high, because you've earned it. You've fought for every scrap, every scar, every bit of respect. But make no mistake, comfort is a trap. The moment you get comfortable, something shifts. A drought hits, prey disappears, fights break out over rotten bones, and that cousin you used to share kills with, he's now snapping at your heels because he's hungry and you look tired. That's the rule here. Weakness invites teeth. You start sleeping with one eye open, not because of lions, but because of family. Trust doesn't exist, only temporary truces. And every day you wonder, will today be the day someone younger, faster, or meaner knocks you off your spot? You see, survival wasn't the goal, it was the test. And now that you've survived, the real game begins. Staying on top, staying respected, staying feared, not just by rivals, by your own clan. Because in the hyena world, the only thing worse than being born is being forgotten. And then, one day, a pup is born, tiny, blind, helpless, just like you were. You watch it squirm in the dust, ears twitching, already growling at its sibling. You don't feel pity, you feel recognition. You've seen this before, you lived it, and now, without even realizing it, you're part of the system that nearly crushed you. You snatch meat from a lower-ranking mother. You snap at a youngster who stared too long. You laugh, not because you're amused, but because that sound keeps others from testing you. You've become the thing you had to outlive, a survivor who doesn't flinch. But deep down, you know the truth. No one really wins here. Being born a hyena isn't a sentence. It's a cycle. The strong rise, the weak fall, and the rest, they just keep laughing through the pain. Because in this world, laughter isn't joy. It's a warning. So next time you hear a hyena laugh, remember, someone's fighting to stay alive. And now I want to know, after everything you've seen, would you survive as a hyena? Drop your answer in the comments, if you're brave enough.